We'll stay in that for a bit and then 3, 2. I think what was helpful in being the costume designer for both part 1 and 2 and getting to work with the same drapers and team for both shows was that we sort of had a concise journey that we knew we wanted to go on, and we were able to follow through on that. So my name is Didi Aite. I'm a costume designer. I'm here at OSF working on Henry IV Part 1 and 2 and Unison. I love the people I work with. They're magicians in my eyes. I have KP, Stephanie, and Vivi as my cutters on the show, and all working together to figure out what works. Ideas we might have had initially that might not necessarily be translating as well as we thought they would on the actor's body, so we're sort of accommodating for that. But it's just such a wonderful, all-inclusive experience that it's one of a kind. But there's distressing we have to do, the blood we have to deal with, the tactical gear and the vest, and making sure all those things fit right, and the guns and weapons have like the right compartments to fit into. So it's a smaller show, but definitely needing crafts and distressing Caroline and Jay and John. It's a whole team effort. So I did do renderings for the show, but with the Henrys, a lot of it is modern. And so for every show, the biggest part for me is doing research and meeting with the director and like looking through tons of images to find out what feels right for the show. But then even as we moved along and they started being in the room with the actors and rehearsing, we discovered new things. And so from there, we made quite a few adjustments in order to accommodate the things we were discovering in the room. So everything's sort of always in flux and in motion, and keeping it sort of open and malleable as possible. It's an amazing opportunity to come in and watch part 1 and then watch part 2, especially for a younger audience, to see the journey that Hal's taking in becoming a man and eventually becoming king. But I will say, like, there was one show where we had a younger gentleman in the audience and his mouth was just sort of open the entire time, because it's unlike any Henry you've seen before. It feels current, it feels very now. There's a lot of like energy just running through that room with the actors and what they're doing on that stage. You know, I love OSF. It's almost like a second home to me. I feel very supported. You know, I work in a variety of theaters. I will say OSF is one of a kind. There isn't a place like this where you can, come and experience a variety of theater. You can experience Shakespeare, there are musicals, and I get to collaborate with a huge network of people who come from a variety of backgrounds. So that's amazing and wonderful. There's nothing like it.